You want to be strong? Be one ummah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala titles me a Muslim. These are the things that actually destroy the Muslim ummah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Salatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya Allah yuhibbu alladhina yuqatiluna fi sabilihi saffan ka'annahum bunyanun marsus. So even during the battlefield, fighting the enemies, and this is a big challenge, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us that if you are acting individually and everyone is doing his own things and everyone is just following his own opinion, that is not going to work. So in order to be able to defeat your enemies, you have to be one entity. You have to be one body. You have to be one community. In order to be able to face the challenges in this life, you cannot be divided. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ فَرَّقُوا دِينَهُمْ وَكَانُوا شِيَعًا لَسْتَ مِنْهُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ. Indeed, those who divide themselves into sects, denominations, and groups, you have nothing to do with them. Because those ones, once you divide yourself into groups, then every group is considering itself as the right one, and the problem is we become like very judgmental and we judge other people. If someone is not following my way and is not doing what I'm doing, then I look at this person as like he is not on the right path. Why? As long as he is a Muslim and he prays and he is following the rules of Islam, I have no right to judge this person, because the judgment is in the side, is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the problem with some people, unfortunately, and they start following certain types of thoughts and ideas, certain types of groups and trends and doctrines that actually make them very fanatical to their opinion, and they end up, subhanallah, being like really excessive in the religion. And the Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith, إِنَّ الْأُمَّةَ لَا أَرْضًا قَطَعَ وَلَا ظَهْرًا أَبْقَى. The one who just risks himself and travel in the desert without having the means, he will not actually reach his destination, and in the meantime he will actually lose his right. So the religion is not telling us to be like really excessive or to be negligent. The religion is telling us to be just and fair and to be Muslims. Call yourself Muslim. Why do I have to give myself any title other than being a Muslim? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala titles me and He names me in the Quran a Muslim. And I am honored to have this title. And I am not willing as a Muslim to add any other title to this title which Allah has given me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, هُوَ سَمَّاكُمُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَفِي هَذَا. He's the one that named you Muslims in the past and the previous scriptures and in the Quran. So be honored, be proud of yourself as a Muslim. I don't need to call myself this group or this sect or this denominations. These are the things that actually destroy the Muslim ummah, and they go away with the strength of the Muslims. وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ تَفَرَّقُوا وَاخْتَلَفُوا مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَهُمُ الْبَيِّنَاتُ. Do not be like those who divide themselves and they dispute among themselves after the clear signs and the clear evidence came to them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warns us in the Quran to be divided. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold fast to the rope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and never be divided. And never be divided. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us the way to be able to face the challenges on individual basis and community basis at the same time. You want to be strong? You be like, subhanallah, be one ummah. Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, إِنَّ هَذِهِ أُمَّتُكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمْ فَاعْبُدُونَ. Indeed, this is your ummah, one nation. And I'm your Lord, worship me. Allah says this in the Quran. In another ayah, وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمْ وَإِنَّ هَذِهِ أُمَّتُكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمْ فَاتَّقُونَ. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me to be, or wants us to be one nation, to be one community, why do we divide ourselves? So he says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الَّذِينَ يُقَاتِلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِهِ صَفًّا كَأَنَّهُمْ بُنْيَانٌ مَرْصُوصٌ.